Hello and welcome back to another video. It was pointed out to me by a subscriber some time ago that I skipped over my Wii U games. I have about 6 physical ones and about 4 on the console, but I'll talk about the console ones later. Let's start off with the game that I got with my Wii U, Pikmin 3. Pikmin 3 is a good game in Pikmin. It's not as good as Pikmin 2 in my opinion, but it's a fun game with Alpha, Charlie, and Brittany, and Alpha is an alternate costume in Smash Brothers. It's Pikmin. You've seen other people talk about it even if you've had zero interest. It's fun. You fight giant snails and stuff on a mysterious planet. And yeah, I've talked about Pikmin a little bit on this channel or social media or whatever. Other people can do a better job, especially if they're. I don't want to keep referring to people, whatever. Especially if they are blue puppets or something, or just people that talk about Pikmin. Next, we have Smash Brothers for Wii U. A lot of people, when Ultimate came out, said that Smash Brothers for Wii U Ultimate looked too much like Smash for Wii U. There are a lot of gameplay and character differences. Just look at Link on the cover over here. He's a different design. This game is good. Brawl certainly had a vibe, but this certainly went, instead of Yoshi and Bowser looking like monsters, it's pretty much like Smash for Wii U, despite what I said just now, but with less stages. I do like the Donkey Kong Country Return stage, and some of the assist trophies I really thought would be made into fighters this time around. Well, there's a new Smash Brothers around the corner, and I will do some light speculation on that. This was the first game where people went really insane. I mean, Brawl people were surprisingly weird, but I remember the internet because of the Smash Dojo, but people on the Smash Ultimate speculation, you people needed to chill. And you didn't need to say, oh, don't bother so-and-so 64 because he doesn't think my rumored characters come. You don't need to not do that. This game was fun, and it's Smash Brothers. It's more or less the same, but with less characters and some different stuff. I prefer how taunts work in Smash for Wii U than Ultimate, and I do think that 3DS has a bit of side modes. I did play it on my cousin's 3DS some year ago, but because they move around the buttons on the DS and 3DS, I had a habit of accidentally turning it off. That and when playing Mario 3D Land, but technically I played a little bit of the 3DS one, but only a little. This is a good quality game if you somehow don't have a Wii U and don't have a Switch or something. Or got some hand-me-down one from an older sibling or something like some people do. I've had mine for nearly 10 years. This year will be 10 years. Anyway, next is Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. You may remember how I didn't like the Lego DC Comics superheroes and said that this game was more optimized. This is the best Lego Batman. There might be a better console to play it on, but this is the best Lego Batman, Lego DC game that's not Lego Dimensions or a crossover with something else. Or, oh, look, a random Warner property. Somebody made a sarcastic comment about Batman. Look, he's a secret bonus guy. I'm sure there is probably the Jurassic Park game probably has that. But, yeah, this is the best, and the story was funny and engaging and somewhat serious, too, but it was pretty fun. And they even had Daffy Duck as a Green Lantern, which is a weird character choice, but it's a reference to something, so that's pretty funny. That's the weird character. Shazam was pretty good. A lot of the characters had their voice actors from either the Justice League show or some other appearances. I may be wrong, but I do think that Travis Willingham did Superman in the game. If not, I apologize, but he's one of the best Superman voiceover artists, and he's pretty good. Okay. Next, we have the game that everyone's going on about. That's super great and the best 2D platformer of all time, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Now, I like Returns. I don't have Returns. I've played Freeze more. This one does not have funky mode in it like the Switch one. I would not say this is the best 2D platformer. I still think that's probably Mario 2, even if that's technically a reskinned game of something else. It's just that good. But this is pretty close. It's probably that, some Mega Man game I haven't played, some indie Metroidvania, and then this. But it's a pretty good game, and it really shows that Retro Studios can do things, and they'll be almost as good or just as good as Rare was making Donkey Kong games. Let's see, next we have Yoshi's Woolly World. People dislike Yoshi's Crafted World, and I have to say that Yoshi's Woolly World is just better. There are a few levels where you don't know what you're doing instead of, oh, that yarn thing Yoshi was supposed to pull with the tongue, or throw that enemy to break that wall. They're the same color. I didn't guess that, because there are some moments in that, there's more of those in Crafted World. And it doesn't do the dumb reverse level. There's a few reverse levels, and like, look at all the little amiibo things you can get. Now, this is going to be a bit controversial, but I don't like the Wind Waker as much. It's not my least favorite Zelda game. It's probably some obscure handheld Game Boy or DS game title I don't remember. But I don't think this is one of the best ones. It certainly has a vibe, and the music is great, and I like it in Smash Brothers. And maybe if you have Nintendo Music and they have the songs, you should listen to it, or by some other way. Don't know how that's possible. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, it's good vibe, just sailing in the ocean, and it's relaxing until there's random pirate ships and moblins that attack you and randomly spawning bomb towers and explosions, but it has a vibe, and it's sailing an island, and it's drawn a bit like old cartoons, but not as much as Cuphead. Next, here's a game you've all probably played, regardless if you've had a Wii U or not. Breath of the Wild. Now, there's actually a fun story where I got this shortly before moving, and this was in storage for a few years, but I did play quite a bit of it because, well, it was the new Zelda game at the time in 2017, and I played a bit on the Switch, and I played a bit otherwhere, but then eventually we moved again, and I got it back. My family moved, and I got it back, and I've had it for a long while. I still haven't completed all the objectives in it. And you know, the stupid chicken side quest with the farmer who wants his chickens. And I might have a few more Wii U games in storage. And there's some, I have Earthbound Beginnings that got linked to the past. Anyway, those are games that I have. But yeah, Breath of the Wild is pretty good. And it was super innovative. And all the Genshin Impacts and the who knows what's that imitated it. And it's pretty fun. You can play with the Wii Remote. Why would you do that? Because the thing, I wouldn't play. I would just play on the Wii U gamepad. It's good when they're using the Wii U gamepad. Anyway, these are my Wii U games for now. I probably won't get any more in my lifetime unless it's a scalper thing or just finding it on the internet, because these are all old from around the time or shortly after the Wii U was a thing. And people have nostalgia for the Wii U, and then for me it seemed like people were like, this is moderately successful too. It's a monster, throw it in the fireplace too. No one ever liked it. That's not true, and I'm a proud Wii U owner, as Scott the Woz would say. So, that's it, and I'm done now. Thank you, look forward to my videos. I have quite a few planned, and I also have other writing stuff because I want to be a writer at some point. At least maybe I'll share some fan fictions here once I actually finish them. Thank you, and goodbye for now.